So this is the continuation of my naked blog on procrastination, which I shall entitle Life Procrastination. Procrastinate! Or something of that nature. So, what do I mean about life procrastination? Well, the camera cut off directly as I was talking about the story of a young girl who was going to be an accountant. And she went out there and she was failing 3 of her accounting classes and had to take them next semester. And she stopped going because she was rewarding herself for procrastinating by reading books she liked. Why is this life procrastination? Because you got to do this eventually. You can't save the class, but you got to do this eventually. So let me give you another example of life procrastination. Life procrastination. I knew a woman who was going to be a photographer. And I said, great, I know theater people. I can get you to do some work for them as headshots. You know, you can do it for free, or you can charge it. I'm hitting the dresser, just so you know what that noise was. Or you can do it for a small fee, but far less than it would cost them. And then, you know, you could even have the teacher look at the headshots and say, yes, those are good, or no, those are bad. Be a great experience for you, and you could probably make some money at it. You know, do like the first 25 for free to get word of mouth. Then after that, you'd be a little more pricey. And first she wouldn't do it because she said that she thought headshots were boring. Then I showed her what headshots look like for an actor. These, if you don't know what headshots are, a headshot, it's not the first-person shooter headshot where you shoot someone in the head. It is for an actor. A headshot is a photograph you use to promote yourself. Okay, headshots. So she looks at these headshots, and they're really head and body shots. And she goes, yeah, that looks really fun. I'll do that someday. I mean, what do you mean someday? Let's do it this weekend. I know some people who need headshots right now. She goes, but I'm not done with my classes. It's like, you know how to use a camera. You own a camera. What's the problem? Unless you have homework. But no, she decided she wanted to be properly trained first. This is a form of life procrastination. Procrastinate! If you are doing something that you don't need a degree to get, but you're getting a degree in it, you are life procrastinating. This is the problem. Actors do not need degrees. You could go and act at a community theater to increase your resume, or you could go pay thousands of dollars to a college. One of them is increasing your resume, the other is getting into debt. Life procrastination. Procrastinate. Go out and do. Go do. That's what life is about. I know a number of filmmakers. Sort of filmmakers. And I know one guy who had this wonderful idea. It was a really great idea. He wanted to film something in Pittsburgh. There were certain things he wanted to film that one could only film in Pittsburgh. Documentaries. And then he wanted to film something at his parents' house. He did not sure what. And this is a great idea. Don't get me wrong. You've got a free set. Except for the fact that he lives in Los Angeles. I live in Los Angeles. It would take us 4 days to drive to Pittsburgh. You'd lose 4 days of filming. Then you'd have to examine the locations and work out whatever it was going to be. And then you'd lose 4 days back. So you're basically talking about a minimum of 10 days of filming lost. And, 2 weeks, money out of the bank. You could film an entire film in that time. So, yes, it's a great idea if you've got funding to do a union film, but otherwise. So why is this procrastination? Well, you're putting an obstacle in your way. I'll do this once this happens. Once I get a crew together who want to go down to BFE and do this, this is procrastination. I don't think he ever wound up doing any films. I mean, it could still happen. I mean, once again, great idea. Got another friend, and he's actually done this. He's gone and filmed things down in Washington State. Okay, which is closer, so you only lose 2 days there and 2 days back, and then whatever days there are for scouting. Itchy nose. Nose less itchy. Anyway, so this makes sense, except for the fact that I flat out told him, look, give me locations, I'll build a story around them. So, this is another form of the same form of procrastination. Procrastinate! If I can get the stuff to go down to Washington State, so many thousands or hundreds of miles away, then I'm going to go do that. And then there's my form of procrastination, is I was waiting for him to get a project together. So now I'm working on trying to figure out how to do a one-person film so I can be my own actor, because I'm sick of procrastinating and waiting for other people to include me in their projects. I refer to this as Waiting for Godot. And as I will soon review the play Waiting for Godot, the script I mean, you'll understand what I mean if you watch that. Procrastinate! But I digress. So, another thing, life procrastination. Don't let yourself off the hook. What was the woman doing when she was not doing her work in her classes, because she had to do them next semester? Letting herself off the hook. If you have something you want to do in life, and you have this thing that you have to do, but you don't get it done on time, you got to do it anyway. My comics, I can tell you right now, I'm something like 25 days behind on Random Street Theater. I normally publish it every day. And I am several weeks behind on Johnny American. I don't get off the hook. I have to draw all those comics and post-date them. And I post something like 2 a day until I get up to the time it is now. And then I can schedule them again. But that's what I have to do. You know, it's just because you didn't post on time doesn't mean you don't have to post. If you watch this channel, and you probably don't, I do the 5,000 Project. Okay? What is the 5,000 Project? I have to read 5,000 books. Doesn't matter if I adhere to a schedule, I still have to read the books. It's hot in here, so I'm getting slimy. But I procrastinate. Procrastinate! Anyway, this is the thing about life procrastination. We come out here and we give ourselves reasons not to do something. We depend on other people when we shouldn't. And we put obstacles in our way. I'll give you yet another great example. I wrote a treatment. Treatment for something set in an apartment, primarily. 3 main actors. The treatment I wrote was the first 2 acts of the film, so it would run about 40 to 60 minutes, obviously not completed. And I sent it to somebody and basically said, would you be interested in this project? And they never read it, which normally happens. So I never wrote the film or even finished the treatment. I was procrastinating. But what if I run into somebody else who might want to do this? It's possible. Well, you know, if you don't write it, it can't get done. I'm procrastinating. Procrastinate. And the only reason this is legitimate procrastination, or rather acceptable, is if I'm working on something else. I come out there and say, I want to be a writer, I need to be writing things. Otherwise, I'm procrastinating. I procrastinated for years saying, you know, I've got this problem with my spelling. Let me go fix the problem with my spelling. Oh, you don't think I can fix the problem with my spelling? Well, maybe technology was, no. You want to be a writer, you sit down and you write. You read and you write. You read and you write. That's what you do. You want to be an actor, you go out there and act. Okay? What's to stop you from putting stuff on YouTube? I think even SAG says that's okay. So I know an actor, I know a couple actors who want to be union and some who are union. And it's like, okay, so show me, what have you put up on YouTube? It's free. You can put up your audition videos. You could put up your audition monologues. But they don't. Okay? Well, what are you waiting for? You're waiting for somebody to give you an invitation? It's not going to happen that way. It's just like, when you run into that girl you want to ask out. Okay, this could be the woman you marry if you actually make a move. Well, you got to make a move. Stop procrastinating. And that's probably the biggest reason for life procrastination is fear. And you're afraid that you're going to screw up or that you're going to do things wrong and you're not going to be good enough. Well, everybody has to learn sometime. That's the thing about fear. So the only thing you can do for that is try to face your fears. Maybe start small, and it's like if you lock up around this person, go out there and talk to them for a while. If you want to be an actor, start by just 3 lines. Film yourself, put it on YouTube, look at it, see, do you like it, do you not like it, what do you like, what don't you like? It's that simple. Maybe start small, but otherwise stop procrastinating. So I guess I've been asked to give topics, so I'm going to give a topic. Miss Hirschberger, this is a topic I want for a Naked Blog. What do you consider a friend? I would like that covered. And the other thing I would like to see is what audition monologues you used as an actor. Camera cut me off again. Gotta fix that. But I'm procrastinating. Any case, so as I was saying, the alternative to what is your audition monologue would be, what is your favorite speech or monologue from a movie or from a film? I mean, there's the Independence Day speech, there's the speech from Pacific Rim, there's the Gettysburg Address. Come on, everybody's got a favorite speech somewhere in their head. So that's it. Now I'm going to go be fat some more before I actually edit this video and put it online. So, auf Wiedersehen. Procrastination, 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 procrastination.